Hello kids, Shubham Mangalam at Little Scholar High School. I am Sangeeta Singh, taking 8th standard, subject English, and the topic to be discussed today is Unit 1 study material. Kids, you all know that in the last session we have done page numbers 34 to 39, section B vocabulary and grammar. We have done like rewrite as directed, like we have written the answers as per the directions which are given here, and we have also done the cloze test where a passage was given with some blanks where you have to supply the answers with the options which are given below. And now let us start with page number 39. All of you turn to page number 39 of your study material. Again we have section B vocabulary and the grammar, and let us do editing of passages. Now what is editing? Editing is in each a passage will be given to you in which each sentence has an error, a mistake. You have to identify the error and correct it and rewrite the sentence. So let's start with the first passage. Now this editing has question numbers 27 to 31. 27 to 31. Passage 1. Let's do passage 1 now. Now read the passage given below. 5 sentences in the passage are numbered 27 to 31 at the beginning. Each of these sentences has an error. Correct and rewrite them in the answer booklet. So each question carries 2 marks here. So we have 5 sentences in each passage. So it is a 10 marks question. Now question number 1 says sentence 27. Delhi is too expensive. Delhi is TO too expensive. So here preposition to is not the correct preposition here. So we need to replace it with the correct preposition. Delhi is too expensive. Here the word expensive means very costly. If you want to say convey the message that it is very expensive, Delhi is very expensive place, we have to replace the preposition to with TOO, too expensive. So let's write question number 27. Right, Delhi is too expensive. Question number 28. You know I have 4 children to look for now. So look for is a phrasal verb. So what is a phrasal verb? It is a combination of a verb followed by a preposition. Look for means to search something. But here you are talking about you have 4 children. To look means to take care of them. So the right phrasal verb is look after. It is look after. The preposition for should be replaced with after. So write you know I have 4 children to look after. Look after now. Question number 29. I can't make both ends meet in my salary. So here this is a sentence where says it means a person is earning just enough money. So the meaning of this I can't make both ends meet in my salary, it means that a person is earning just enough money to live a life but not earning more money so that he can live a rich and luxurious life. So here I can't make both ends meet. What is the meaning of this expression is he is earning enough money to live but not more money where he can live a rich and luxurious life. So I can't make both ends meet with my salary. It should be the preposition in should be replaced with preposition with. So right, I can't make both ends meet with my salary. Question number 30. And one has to keep up his status. So we are talking about one has to keep up. One means it can be any person. So when we are using a pronoun one here, so the other also, the preposition, the pronoun his also should be replaced with one. So one has to keep up one's status. We cannot say one has to keep up his status. So here one can be any person, isn't it? He or she. So we have to say one has to keep up one's status, and one has to keep up one's status. Question number 31. It will be a great help if I can raise some money by selling my family property of share. So here the words are not arranged properly. It will be a great help if I can raise some money by selling my share of family property. It should be my share of family property. So we have to arrange the words in the proper order to give the correct meaning. So let's write, it will be a great help if I can raise some money by selling my share of family property. Now let us repeat this once. Delhi is too expensive is given in the passage, so that the preposition to, TO2, is replaced with TOO2. That means Delhi is very expensive place. You know, I have 4 children to look for now. In the passage it is given look for. Look for means to search. So you are talking about 4 children to take care of them. You have 4 children to take care. So the preposition, the phrasal verb look after means to take care now. So look for is replaced with look after. I can't make both ends meet in my salary. So the preposition in is replaced with. And one has to keep up his status is given in the passage. So here when you are talking about one person can be he or she. It can be anybody. So we have to replace the pronoun his with one's. One has to keep up one's status. It will be a great help if I can raise some money by selling my family property of share is given there. But the words are not arranged in the proper order. They are jumbled. So we have to rearrange and write it to give the correct meaning. My share of family property. It is my share of family property. So here underline once. Now turn to page number 40. Let us see the second passage. Question number 27. Amma often is like this these days. So here Amma often is. So subject is Amma here. After that there should be verb which is missing here. Often is like this these days. So here the word often is appearing before and then comes the verb is. So they are not arranged in the proper order. So after the subject Amma, the verb is should be there. So Amma is often like this these days. So the answer is Amma is often like this these days. Question number 28. Okay, she doesn't recognize anybody. Gopi's sister explained. Question number 28 says, but sometimes his memory is quite sharp. Here we are talking about Amma's memory. She doesn't recognize anybody. So in place of his pronoun, we have to use the correct pronoun, that is her. So but sometimes in place of the pronoun his, we use the pronoun her. Her memory is quite sharp. Question number 29. Then she asked me if you had sent any letter. Then she asks. Ask is in present tense. If you had sent any letter. The word had, that is a verb, it is in past tense. So when asks is in present tense, the other verb also should be in present tense. The verb had should be replaced with have, which is in present tense. So then she asks me if you have sent any letter. Now question number 30. Okay. I tell her everything is fine with you, Vivla, and the kids. Now question number 30. What is the point of telling her that you haven't written since a year? So we are talking about that he has not written since a year. The word since is a preposition which indicates the starting point of time of an action. Since is a preposition which indicates the starting point of a time of an action, and it should be replaced with the preposition for. For indicates the duration, that is the number of days, number of years, number of months, number of minutes. So the preposition since will be replaced with the preposition for here. Like for example, you can say for 5 days, for 10 days, for 1 month, etc. Whereas since is used with the starting point of time, like for example since 2010, since 2015, etc. So here what is the point of telling her that, what is the point of telling her that you haven't written? So the preposition since is replaced with for a year. Now question number 31. I wouldn't dream of make her unhappy. I wouldn't dream of, the word make, it is in present tense. It should be replaced with its ing form to get the correct meaning. I wouldn't dream of making her unhappy. So right, I wouldn't dream of making her unhappy. So now let's see once. Amma is often like this these days. So in the passage it is given as Amma often is like this. So the word order should be replaced. First comes the verb is, then comes often. So it is an adverb of frequency. Okay. Amma is often like this these days. But sometimes his memory is quite sharp. So since we are talking about Amma, a lady, so the pronoun his should be replaced with her. So here the word order is changed and here the pronoun his is replaced with her. Then she asks me if you had sent any letter. The verb had is in past tense. It should be replaced with present tense have, because the verb ask is also in present tense. Now what is the point of telling her that you haven't written since a year? The preposition since is replaced with the preposition for here. Next, I wouldn't dream of make her unhappy. The verb make is replaced with its ing form, making her unhappy. Now let us see the third passage. Sentence 27. I remember a happy moments when our uncle visited us. So we are talking about happy moments. That the moments where you have experienced happiness. So we cannot say a happy moments. A represents single moment. So the preposition, the article a should be replaced with the article the. We are talking about the particular happy moments where you have experienced happiness. So I remember, the article a should be replaced with the happy moments when our uncle visited us. No, he brought toys and fruit to us. Question number 28. He brought toys and fruit to us. So the preposition to is the incorrect usage. It should be bringing something for somebody. So he brought toys and fruit for us, it should be. So preposition to will be replaced with for. He brought toys and fruit for us. Now question number 29. Okay, next. Our aunt brought me a new dress for Dasara. How we enjoyed Deepavali. Now question number 29 says, still I can hear the sound of crackers. I can see the rockets fly into the sky, making the night full of light. So we are talking about making the night full of light. So the making, the verb make is in the present continuous tense, it is making. So similarly, I can see the rockets fly into the sky. The verb fly should be changed to its ing form, flying. So you can say, still I can hear the sound of crackers. I can see the rockets flying into the sky. Making the night full of light. Next question number 30. My children doesn't know his uncle or aunt. So here we are talking about his uncle or aunt, means it represents one child. Children is plural and child is a singular form of it. So the word children should be replaced with child. My child doesn't. The word doesn't is used in the for singular person, whereas don't is used for a plural persons. So here the word children should be replaced with child. My child doesn't know his uncle or aunt. Question number 31. For him, uncle and neighbor is the same. We are talking about two persons, uncle and neighbor. So, and the verb here given is. So, is represents a singular verb, whereas we are talking about uncle and neighbor, that is two persons. So, the verb is should be replaced with the plural verb are. So, right, for him, uncle and neighbor are the same. Now let us see. I remember the happy moments. So here the preposition, the article a is given here, and we are talking about the happy moments, particular moments where you experienced happiness. So the article a will be replaced with the article the. He brought toys and fruit to us is given in the passage. The preposition to is replaced with for. It is the right preposition which can be used according to the sentence. Still I can hear the sound of crackers. I can see the rockets fly into the sky, making the night full of light. So here the word making is used, which indicates the present continuous tense. So similarly the word fly, which should be replaced with the continuous tense, that is flying. Next, my children doesn't know his uncle or aunt. So when you are talking about his uncle or aunt, means his represents one person, and that's why the word children should be replaced with singular form, that is child. Children is plural, child is singular. So the word children is replaced with child here. For him, uncle and neighbor are the same. We are talking about two persons, uncle and neighbor here, whereas the verb is in the plural form. So we should replace it with plural form, that is are. Are is the plural form, is the singular form. Okay. So now let's see. I hope all of you understood this. The three passages 1, 2 and 3, that is editing of passages, right? So now let us see the next passage. Tell him to send me a blanket. Now question number 27. There is a cold mist on the mornings. So here the preposition on is not the correct usage. So we should use the preposition in. There is a cold mist in the morning. So when you are talking about a particular part of a day, we use the preposition in the morning, in the evening, isn't it? So here there is a cold mist in the morning. So write 27. There is a cold mist. The preposition on will be replaced with the preposition in the morning. In the mornings. Full stop. No. Question number 28. If I catch cold, it doesn't left me for a long time. So we're talking about if I catch cold. The verb catch is in the present tense. It doesn't left me for a long time. So here the verb left is in the past tense. It should be replaced with the present tense because the verb catch is in present tense. It should be in the present tense. So the past tense is left and the present tense of left is leave. So if I catch cold, comma, it doesn't leave me for a long time. Question number 29. Tell him to send a blanket. Wouldn't you? So here tell him to send a blanket, that is in the present tense. So wouldn't you is in the past tense. So the verb wouldn't should be replaced with won't. Tell him to send a blanket. It should change to won't you. Wouldn't changes to won't. So would is used in the past tense and won't is the short form of will not. So it is won't. It is in the present. A red one. Now question number 30. I had a blanket, the one he brought for me where he was studying in Madras. So we are talking about a blanket which was brought for me where he was studying in Madras. The conjunction where is indicates the place. So but we are talking about the blanket, the time when the blanket was purchased or when it was brought. So the conjunction where should be replaced with the conjunction when. The conjunction when indicates the time, whereas the conjunction where indicates the place. So here where should be replaced with when. So write I had a blanket, the one he brought for me when he was studying in Madras. Now question number 31. It is all tattered now, just ball of a knotted yarn. So yarn is a material. It's a material noun. It's the name of a material. So it is uncountable. So we cannot say a knotted yarn. A indicates one. So when it is uncountable, we cannot use the article a. So we have to delete the article a here and write it is all tattered now. It is all tattered now, comma, just ball of knotted yarn. Now let us repeat once again. There is a cold mist on the morning. The preposition on is replaced with the preposition in because it indicates a part of a day. Now if I catch cold, it doesn't left me for a long time. So here the verb left, which is in past tense, is replaced with the verb in present tense, leave. Tell him to send a blanket. So here wouldn't you is given in the passage. Wouldn't is in the past tense. It will be replaced with the present won't you. I had a blanket, the one he brought for me when he was studying in Madras. So here the preposition where is replaced with the conjunction where is replaced with the conjunction when. Where indicates the place and when indicates the time. Now it is all tattered now. Just a ball of knotted yarn is given in the passage. So I already told you yarn is a material noun. It is uncountable. So we cannot say a knotted yarn. So uncountables will be there. We cannot use the article a for it. So just remove the article a and write just ball of knotted yarn. So it is ball of knotted yarn. Now let us see the fifth passage. I will tell him. He nodded. Question number 27. Please don't forget to told him. So please don't forget. The verb forget is in the present tense. The next verb also should be in present tense. So the verb told changes to tell. Please don't forget to tell him. Please don't forget to tell him. Next one. The mist is not good to me. The mist is not good to me. So here the preposition to should be replaced with the preposition for. This is not good for me, or this is bad for you, or this is good for you. This is what we say. So the correct preposition which can be used is for. So write the mist is not good for me. I think I will, question number 29, I think I will stretch ourselves out for a bit. So I think I will stretch. So here I indicates one person, singular pronoun, isn't it? So when you can say I will, then ourselves indicates plural, many persons. So that plural pronoun should be replaced to singular pronoun, that is myself. I think I will stretch myself. I think I will stretch myself out for a bit. Next is question number 30. I have sitting too long in the armchair. I have sitting. So here you cannot say I have sitting. Have plus it is the ing form of that, isn't it? So here it's for the present perfect continuous tense. We should use I have been sitting too long in the armchair. That means it tells us about an activity which started in the past and it is still continuing. So we use the present perfect tense. I have been sitting in the armchair. Right? I have. The word been is not there. We need to insert been between have and sitting. I have been sitting in the armchair. Armchair. Question number 31. I have a pain on the neck. So you feel the pain or you experience the pain in a particular part of your body, but not on the part of the body. So you say I have a pain on the neck. The preposition on should be replaced with the preposition in. So write I have a pain in the neck. Now let's repeat this once. Please don't forget to tell him. So the verb forget is in the present tense, and here told. The verb told should be replaced with the present tense of told is tell. So please don't forget to tell him. So after the helping verb don't, we should use the verbs in the present tense. After the helping verb don't, we should always use the verbs in the present tense. So forget is present tense, tell is also present tense. So that's why we have changed told to tell. So here underline tell. The mist is not good to me. So when you're talking about good, the verb good, the adjective good should be always followed by the preposition for, but not to. I think I will stretch myself. When you're talking about I will, that means it indicates one person. We should use myself, the singular pronoun, but not ourselves here. No, I have sitting in the armchair is given in the passage. You should say I have been sitting in the armchair. It indicates the present perfect continuous tense. I have been sitting. So been is to be inserted between have and sitting. Now I have a pain on the neck is given in the passage. So the preposition on is not the correct one because you experience pain in a particular part of the body. So we say in the neck. Now let us see the sixth passage. Question number 27. It took you much than 5 years to find time to come here. So here 5 years indicates it is a countable noun. Years, isn't it? 5 years. Years is a countable and the number of years is mentioned. So we cannot use the word much. The word much is used with uncountables and the word more is used with countable nouns. So here we can write it took you much time, isn't it? Much, in place of much we should write more. Much should be replaced with more. It took you more than 5 years to find time to come here. So let's write it took more than 5 years to find time to come here. Question number 28. Amma was 83 now. We are talking about now. Now indicates present. So you cannot use the word was. Amma was 83 now. Isn't it? Was indicates the verb. It is in past tense. Whereas now indicates the present time. So the verb was should be replaced with the present tense form of it. It is. So write Amma is 83 now. I don't think she will pull off much longer. So here pull off is a phrasal verb, isn't it? So that is pull is a verb followed by off is a preposition. So pull off means to pull out something or to move away. So here the correct phrasal verb which can be used here is I don't think she will pull on much longer. Pull on means I don't think she'll be able to live much longer. So the phrasal verb pull off will be replaced with pull on. I don't think she will pull on much longer. It took you, question number 30, it took you so long to visit her after the last time. Lost. If something is not found, we say lost, opposite of found, isn't it? L-O-S-T, lost. But here we are talking about the visit. So it should be, it took you so long time to visit after the last time. It should be last, L-A-S-T, last. So write it took you so long to visit her after the last time, means that is the previous time. Here the word last indicates the previous time. Now question number 31. But Amma can't remember who am I. So the words who am I represents it as a question. So but here it is a sentence, but Amma can't remember who I am. So the word order should be changed. Who I am. After the who is called a question word, and after that there should come the subject, that is I, and then comes the helping verb am. So when you say who am I, it becomes a question. So here we are not framing a question, but we are arranging the words in the proper order. So, but Amma can't remember who I am should be the answer. Amma can't remember who I am. Now, let's see, once repeat. It took more than 5 years. Here it is given as much. So 5 years, years is a countable noun and the number is also given 5 years. So we use the word more with countable nouns and much with uncountable nouns. So much is replaced with more. Now Amma was 83 now. The word now represents present, whereas was represents past. So that's why the verb was is replaced with its present tense form, that is. I don't think she will pull off. So the phrasal verb pull off is replaced with pull on, which indicates she will not be able to live much longer. It took you so long to visit her after the last time. The word last means it's the opposite of found. So it should be replaced with the last time. Last is the previous time. No, Amma can't remember who am I. The word who am I, it is a framing a question. But here we have to change the order and say who I am. After the question word who, then comes the subject I, then comes the helping verb am. So write who I am. Okay kids, I hope all of you understood the passages we have done in the editing as well as the how to identify the errors and correct it, isn't it? Now I want all of you to note down today's Sakshi classwork explained unit 1 study material page number 39 to 41 and homework complete study material page number 39 to 41, and at the same time I want all of you to revise because this is very important. Editing is very important. Please focus on it.